Morning, everybody. Well, I took another zero. I am still in Fontana Village. Sorry for the shakiness. And I've decided I'm going to just slop it out. It rained all night. It's going to rain for a couple more hours yet. And it is what it is. We're either hiking or we're not. So anyways, you can see the mountains up and behind me. I'm at the resort right now. I'm going to check out and grab the first shuttle back to the trail. I'm all cleaned up, ready to go. My devices are just finishing charging, and we're going to make a push through the Smokies. We're in the Smokies. Yeah, finally. And then on to Virginia, I guess. Anyways, I got about, I would say, 4 days into the next town. That's pretty slack estimate. I mean, in other words, it's going to be very casual if I go 4. I could push it in 3, and I think I'm actually going to get ready to push it. If I can get out of the Smokies by Saturday, that would be great, because there's a big freeze coming Saturday night. Now, mind you, the shelters in the Smokies are really good. They have fireplaces, but I think it's going to snow Saturday night, according to the weather. I've been using dark sky, and it's never let me down yet. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep you posted, but yeah, it's going to be interesting. Anyway, this is what I signed up for. I am geared for it. No question about that. I've already proven that a couple times. So anyways, we'll see you soon. You get what you want, and I get to add a little something to it. Yep, we're on the right track. North Carolina. Yeah, this looks like it was in the movie. So I gotta film this. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Once I get to the base of the mountain, I'm definitely peeling off this rain layer, because I am warm. It is really warm. It's got to be in the 60s right now. With the humidity, it's probably even higher. No, this is not the dam I was thinking it was. Pretty sure I'm allowed to walk here, aren't I? Hard to tell. Anyway, I'll just take you up to this corner, and then I'll get back with you at the trailhead. Anyways, what else? What else have I got for you? Too many zeros. You know, pushing more miles than I should be at this point, and then having to take a zero. This is counterproductive. I'd rather do less miles and be out there every day. You know, you get more of a stride that way. And the obvious part is you're spending way less money. So that's another goal. And so you're also gonna probably see more videos, but shorter videos, because they won't cover such a long time span. So anywho, there is that. And yeah, so I'll get back with you when we hit the mountain. It's now official. I'm in the Smokies. Got 9 days, but I want to do it in the 3, maybe 4. This is some massive wind, and we got rain coming in. I might have to seek some shelter really quickly. Okay, so I made most of this climb. I still have a few hundred feet for today, at least anyway. Big climb, all of 3 hours for me. Met a bunch of people, mostly going to there's a campsite about 2.5 miles. And then Molly's shelter, which is about another 7 miles, which I'm just not going to have enough light for. So I hope I can find a spot at the campsite. And there is a big tower, fire tower up here. See if I can get you a view from there. Woo-wee! What a climb! What a climb! I can't even tell you. It's just crazy. Wow. That was crazy. It literally took me 3.5 hours to climb that mountain. And actually, I still have a little bit of a climb. I'm going downhill right now. Here, I'll let you see what I'm looking at. I'm going to be honest. I'm having a difficult time breathing. I don't know. I'm just having a bad day with breathing. So it is what it is. I went up to the tower, but I didn't climb it. You've probably already seen shots of it. Well, for the view. There were some people up there. Also, one lady took a nasty tumble, hurt her knee and her shoulder on the one side because she fell sideways off some rocks. There's not much I could do for her, unfortunately. Some scrapes and stuff. She had first aid for that, but deep tissue stuff, there's not much you can do except get off the mountain. So that's what she's doing. I didn't catch her name. I should have caught her name. Anyways, that's okay. Yes, so it's like past 3 o'clock now. Yes, I've got like 4 hours of daylight. However, I'm going to check something when I get to this campsite, because I would prefer to camp anyways, even if I got to the shelter. But the shelter is another 5 miles from this campsite. And the campsite's a mile, so that's 6 miles. Well, and I've already done 6 miles. So just getting to the campsite would be 7, which after that climb it's probably enough for me. For today, at least, anyways. The next couple days are just ridge running. By that I mean just, along the tops of the mountains, little gaps and up and down kind of thing. So days like that I can pack on maybe 12 or 15. But what I might do is lay back. I'm gonna call somebody up north and see if they can't, like if I have internet, I can set up a one-time passcode for them to get into my property, and maybe send me some stuff, because my roommate is away for a couple days. So I'm starting to get the impression that I really do need the trekking poles. So I'd like to have those sent out. I'll send the monopod back, and I'll send one top back, one layer. I never intended to have that many anyways. I bought a souvenir at Mountain Crossing, and I realize now that when I layer right up at night, it's just too warm. Even when I went down to 0 that one night with the 50-mile-an-hour winds, I was not cold. In fact, quite the opposite. So we out here on trail, we tend to count every ounce, every gram. I won't even carry 2 rolls of toilet paper. It's too heavy. But also, I'll never plan to be out here more than 4 or 5 days at a time. So I have to make sure that whoever sends me my trekking poles can get them here in time. If not, then I'll send them on up ahead. I was thinking Gatlinburg, but I'll be in Gatlinburg probably in 4 or 5 days. I said I was going to try and do it in 3, the Smokies. Well, that was before I realized the Smokies are a lot bigger than I thought they were. So, anywho, there is that. And another issue that's going on here today is, I believe there's only really 4 tent sites where I'm going. And I know for a fact that I saw at least 5 or 6 people heading there. So, yeah, might be a long night. So what I did was we had a little bit of a thunderstorm back there on the other side of the mountain. I'm telling you, the weather on the mountains is bizarre. One side of the mountain's totally different than the other, because the mountain pokes up through the clouds, and rain clouds on one side, sun on the other. It's just bizarre. But it is what it is. At any rate, when I was there in the thunderstorm, I pulled out my nightlight just in case I get to this campsite and I don't have a place. Because if I have to keep going for 5 more miles, I will be hiking in the dark. There is no question. And even still, I might not be guaranteed a spot, because there's a big bubble coming through. I mean, like, there was like 30 or 40 hikers all kind of clustered together within a day of each other. So that's an issue. So anyways, you're seeing what I'm seeing. I'll mosey along to the campsite, and I'll show you what I have to look at, and we can decide together what we're doing. Okay. Good morning. Today I do know what day it is. It's Thursday. Anyways, in 2 days. So right now I'm at some gap campsite, just out of Fontana, up the mountain. Yesterday I had a big climb, so I only I didn't do very many miles, 8 or 9. But today I got to push it. I got 1,200 feet only, which is much less than I've had climbed. So I'm going to try and push 13 or 14. And here's why. Saturday a big storm's coming in, and I would like to be in Gatlinburg by then and stay the night there. In fact, I'm going to try to, not today, but tomorrow, book a room there somewhere in Gatlinburg if I have some cell coverage. I don't have any cell coverage right now. So, because it's going to be a bad storm. Snow down to single digits, which is like what, 17, like minus 17 in Canadian. Sorry, in international, whatever. So I'm just checking the weather right now on my satellite communicator. While I'm drinking my morning coffee. And yeah, that's my plan. Anyways, so today quite a bit of climb. Like I say, 1,200's nothing to sneeze at. It's just you know, I mean, it's all just another mountain, right? So anywho, I'm at the campsite. Nice little campsite. Some people over there packing up. It's all on hills. The whole thing's on a hill. So I slept horribly last night. I slept over there. Where you see that wood piece going across. That's the flattest spot I could find. But anyways, it wasn't that good. It really wasn't that good of a night's sleep. So anyways, I'm going to try and get into a shelter tonight and tomorrow night and see if I can sleep a little better and push a little harder and get through the Smokies. We don't have much left in the Smokies, maybe 50 miles. I'm just guessing. I don't know exactly. I could find out pretty quick, I'm sure. But gotta flip my hat up so I can drink my coffee. So that's the plan, and I'll get back with you. Looks like a nice sunny day. Might have some views for you. One thing's for sure is Saturday, before I get into Gatlinburg, I will be hitting Clingman's Dome. Clingman's Dome is the tallest mountain on the Appalachian Trail, 6,600 and something feet. So it's going to be a real challenge for me with my COPD. I'm going to bring my little puffer with me, and I'm probably going to have to use it quite a bit that day just to get over that mountain. It's going to be a struggle, so I'm going to try to get as close to the bottom of that mountain as possible to reduce the amount of stress on my body getting up and over it. I think it's a 2,000 foot climb. Like, we'll already be at 4,600, so it'll be a 2,000 foot climb that day to get up and over it. So it's going to be really, really tough day. And it's going to be extremely cold. I think high is only going to be freezing. And that's okay as long as I'm moving. It's the minute I stop, that's when I got to worry about it. If I do get stuck at a shelter during the storm, there are fireplaces in the shelter. So we're getting a lot of precipitation between now and then, though, so I don't know if I'm going to have any chance of getting a fire going. Maybe if there's somebody else there, who knows? I don't know. We'll see what happens. Like I say, that's 2 days away. So anyway, see you out on trail. Coming up on Molly's shelter. It's quite pretty. Very pretty. couple of hikers just leaving. It's like a nice place for lunch.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Volunteer.
Been fixing a leak on the roof here.
Oh, I see that.
Yeah, there's a tree down the trail this way we're going to use it on.
Well, that's quite the shelter, huh?
It is a nice shelter.
Wow.
And we're hoping that it doesn't have a leaking roof.
What are your names?
I'm Taylor.
Taylor.
Bill.
Bill.
What's your name?
Groceries. Okay. The top of my first major climb. It's kind of pretty, isn't it? With all the flowers and trees. Sorry it's so bright. I forgot to set up my equipment today for my shots. Anyway, we're going to be starting a descent. Not a terribly big one. It was a rough climb, I gotta say. What'd you think of that shelter, though? Not bad, eh? All stone with a fireplace built in. I don't know how effective that is. They had tarps on them, but I guess COVID, they took them out. I wish they'd put them back up, honestly, because that would keep so much of the warmth inside with a fire going. Would save me from a night of hotel costs going into Gatlinburg. But anywho, no worries. No worries. I might go in anyways just for a couple hours. See if there's an outfitter there. Might grab myself a closed cell foam pad, or at least half of one, for my kidneys. And then when I get to, I don't know, Damascus, Virginia, I can always send it home. Damascus is also where trail days are. It's a couple of days, 2 or 3 days celebration for hikers and exhibits rather, of new gear being released this year. So all the big companies as well as the little cottage companies, which I admire so much, will be there. And it is all the cottage companies, in my opinion, that are coming out with the breakthrough gear. The big companies don't want to take a chance on hit or miss. They go for the sure thing. Whereas the cottage companies, they kind of go out on a limb a little bit and take a chance and innovate. And although you pay an arm and a leg for it, that's the reason why I'm wearing a 20-pound pack and not a 35, 40-pound pack. Because of the gear I selected. Which, by the way, is performing beautifully. So what'll end up happening is the bigger companies will adopt, like Dyneema, for example. You know, I think Z-Packs was the first to design tents made out of Dyneema. at incredibly light weights. I mean, my tent's 15 ounces. That's insanely low weight. It's one of the lightest tents on the planet. Short of just cowboy camping and having a tarp or something. You could get down to 7 or 8 ounces there, but we're talking tents now. Not just a tarp. I can't have a tarp in the summer with all the bugs. I need to be in a closed-in area with a screen. So 15 ounces is fantastic. So looking forward to that. I don't know, will I come back for it? I don't know. We'll see. You know, if I can book a room, like I'm going to lose a whole weekend. I'm going to lose like half a week if I do that because of the traveling time. I see Ramdino's already asking people how they want to be notified to shuttle. Well, I'm going to be 300 miles past Damascus, so do I want to shuttle back, you know, for 4 or 5 hours each way? And then huge hotel fees for what? I don't know. To see some friends? Well, yeah, okay. But, you know, the bubble of people that I'm moving in, I see them every couple days anyways. We run into each other. Somebody stops for a night, goes into town. I catch up. I stop for a night, go into town. They catch up. We bump into each other. Happens quite frequently. So you get to know the same people, which is nice. Anyway, this is gorgeous. Thought you'd like it. Good morning, everyone. Okay, well, very cold morning. It went down to like 30 last night. It's going to get even colder tonight and even colder tomorrow. So, update. Gonna do low miles tonight and tomorrow. Big storm coming in. And the storm's coming in Saturday. So my understanding is it's Saturday during the day. Starts at like 4 in the morning. So Friday night, tomorrow night, and Saturday are going to be pretty miserable. I have no way into a town. So I got to ride it out at low elevation. Clingman's Dome is the highest point on the trail. You do not want to be at 6,600 feet in that storm. The winds, everything, it will be unbearable. Hypothermia. So, stay low for a couple nights. Lay back, climb Clingman's Dome. Sunday, we'll have a nice sunny day, according to the weather report. Get a nice view. Then another 9 into Newfound Gap, where I can hitch into Gatlinburg for a night. Recharge my devices, wash my clothes, get a limited resupply. But I'm told the next town, and it just evades my mind, I can't think of the name of it, very famous outfitter that has everything. I'm actually thinking of making some alterations to my setup There's one top that I'm just not wearing at all. So I'm going to send that home. I'm also going to send home my monopod and see if I can't get somebody up in Canada to send me one trekking pole with the extension. I don't seem to be using the monopod very much. In fact, I don't use trekking poles hardly at all. Maybe a technical descent. I might use one, but that's about it. So those were the changes. Those are the logistical changes. I've been carrying a lot less food intervals, which is very nice. Food is probably the heaviest thing in my bag. My bag is so light. I've changed the fitting of my pack. My pack is feeling so good right now, better than it ever has. Redistributing the weight a little lower in the pack, taking the weight more down onto my hips. Love it. I mentioned this yesterday, and I am loving it. So much less strain, much less fatigue during the day, better miles, and more enjoyment. It's like a walk in the park. I'm probably sitting right now at around 15 pounds total. Food, water, everything. And I want to get that a little lower. But again, I'm very low on food right now too, so I might only have 2 days of food left. And the other thing I'm noticing is there's something really bothering me here in North Carolina. I wake up in the morning and my face is just puffy. My eyes are practically swollen shut. And this is happening every day. Ouch. This is happening every day. So I don't know if I'm allergic to something here. I'm not sure. I am not sure. But I am reacting to something. And it's starting to cause me some concern. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'll deal with it. It's just part of being on trail. You know, and it could be anything. You know, I'm not really eating anything different. You know, I was eating tortillas with salami and cheese and mustard. Hey.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Good hike. So anyways, yeah, I just ran into another hiker here. You're on my video log.
Oh really? That's cool.
What's your name?
What's up, everyone?
Awesome. So it's not the food. Definitely not the food. It's got to be something else. Because the food hasn't changed. So if I was reacting to it, that would have already been happening quite a while ago. So there is that. Wow, he's moving, isn't he? Oh, to be young again. So it's not North Carolina. It's just, or no, actually no, it is North Carolina. Look at that, hoof prints. As you saw in the video already, horses do come through here. So I gotta watch for landmines. I believe I already saw one back there, so horses are allowed. In fact, they had a hitching post at the last shelter I was at, which was quite unusual, I found. But anyway, so it's Friday morning, no idea what date. And my goal is to get into Gatlinburg for Sunday night, Newfound Gap, and then see if I can't slack pack out of Newfound Gap. How's that for a view? Don't know if it's too cloudy to be able to appreciate this magnificent view from Rocky Top Mountain, but wow, just wow. Wow, what a day so far. I got nothing in the gas tank, nothing, and 5,000 feet elevation's no help either. So some days you just put one foot in front of the other and trot along. Problem is I got 6 more miles to the next shelter, and 2 of those miles are a massive climb. So I don't know, I might have to bail out and stealth camp somewhere. Sorry if I sound out of breath, guys, but I'm just, and it's freezing cold. I mean, it's probably in the 20s right now. I'm wearing every layer I have. The only layer I'm not wearing is my rain jacket. But I might have to put that on too. Lots of people went by me, so that's fine. It is what it is. Not every day is like yesterday. Yesterday was a good day. Put in good miles, felt great. Sunshine. But you take the good with the bad. And that's that. So that's what I'm doing. Nice little tunnel though, eh? It's really protecting me. Ow. It's really protecting me from the wind. Because the wind up at this elevation is, ouch, far greater than down below. I'm starting to now wonder if I have enough food to get to Standing Bear, or maybe just fast for a couple days. This is why they call me groceries. Fasting for a couple days would heal me up everything. Like I have a really sore Achilles tendon on the left side. That would be gone. That would be completely healed. I also have my right knee. Now granted, tendons and ligaments, they don't heal quite as quickly as muscles and so on, because muscles get the attention first. Ouch. Wow, this is kind of treacherous here. Very steep steep descent. You may not see the perspective from the camera, but we're actually looking down at approximately 30% angle. It's crazy. And this is where you can really hurt yourself. If you fall going uphill, you don't fall so far to hit the ground. But if I fall here, woo-wee. Hello, North Carolina. So yeah, I'm probably just a little distressed at the hike today, pondering Gatlinburg. Gatlinburg is a tourist trap, big time. I mean, they see you coming and they fleece you. However, who they don't fleece are the locals that live there. If you go shop at one of their grocery stores, you'll get half decent prices. So, I could probably just hitchhike a ride into Gatlinburg. It's about 17 miles off trail. It'll take up most of my day. And then just hitchhike back the same day. Hit the trail and then try to hit the first shelter I can find or camp spot. Although I don't think there's any more camp spots in the Smokies. At least I was told that. So basically I want to get to Standing Bear. After that, I believe we're out of the Smokies. I'm going to tell you, Smokies are kicking my butt. I thought Georgia was intense. Georgia was just a warm-up for this. Although I am told that Virginia is fairly flat. So I can really rack up some, ouch. Ow. I can rack up some miles there. Come on, gimbal, spin around. I have it set to pretty slow, so. Anyway, yeah, that's one idea. The other is if I can find a hiker-friendly motel or hostel, and keep it to $50 or less. That's American, of course. You know, I may stay in there a night. One thing's for sure, I only have about 2 meals left, so. And I've probably got 3 days of hiking to get to what's the name of that gap? Forgot. Anyway, there is a gap. It's not on far up, but it's there. Yikes. Oh boy. What are we gonna do here? Yeah, I can't get down that far. Ouch, ouch. Smacked me right in the face. Okay. Down we go. Okay. So And then I could get back on trail and I'd have quite a few days of supplies. You know, fresh laundry. And we're supposed to get better weather too coming up. The snowstorm is no longer in the forecast. However, lows of single digits are still in the forecast. So that's kind of where we're at with that. So, very cold. So it might be nice to just get in out of the cold at least for one night. And, yeah, you know. Okay, anyway, so this is kind of a technical descent. I'll get back to you when I have something else. Here we are looking at Clingman's Dome. Clingman's Dome is the highest point on the AT at over 6,600 feet. It's a tower that is accessed via a ramp that goes in a circle. It was very windy. I was near hypothermia, so I chose not to climb it. But you get a good view of it here, regardless. And here I start my descent. Another milestone is that we've reached the 200-mile marker. So we still have another 7 miles to go, but it's just one little good thing to have.